This is Curtis Monken with the Farm Answers team. Today, I'm going to show you how to add your detailed record to the library in Farm Answers. First things first though, you actually do need to be logged in to your account to be able to do this. We're going to assume that you've already logged in, which is the view that you're going to see here. So let's go ahead and go into the library. And then we can see that there are several ways that you can actually get to that point. The first is to click on the Suggest Library Materials button. Another way is to go under the Mega menu and then find the Suggest Materials button. But we're actually going to show you a different way. Let's click into Marketing. And then once that loads, you'll see the Suggest New Library Materials button. This is how we're going to enter this time. So Jeff has previously showed you how to suggest materials for the library with using the suggestion box. We're going to actually do it ourselves. Here you can enter a more detailed record, such as an abstract, add authors, publication dates, etc. So let's go ahead and hit the I want to enter all the info myself. And then we're going to have to give it a title. Once we've entered the title, click Save, which takes us to the detailed library item record. The first thing that it asks us to enter is the abstract. Enter your abstract, but remember that this is what's going to show up on Farm Answers, so keep it somewhat short. I'm going to go ahead and paste in the abstract that I've created for this record. Next is to enter the publisher. You might be wondering what the difference between the publisher and a later category, the organization, is. The publisher is more like the University of Minnesota. It's a bigger group that's actually doing the publishing. You might have seen it where it says Copyright University of Minnesota. The organization is more like the Center for Farm Financial Management, which is an organization within the publisher. So for our example, we're going to go into the publisher list, and we're actually going to find University of Minnesota. We have a couple ways that we can get there. We can scroll, or we can just start typing. And now let's scroll to find University of Minnesota. Next is the organization. We're going to say that the organization for this record is the Center for Farm Financial Management. We can search for it the same way, either by scrolling or by typing. Once we found it, click on it, and then let's scroll down the page a little. Next is to add authors to your publication. To do that, click on Add Author. You have two different ways where you can add authors to this. You can either search or you can add them. However, you should first search the author list to see if they're already in there. So let's go ahead and search for me. So now we can simply type in any part of that person's name. So let's just search for my first name, Curtis. And then let's find my name here and click on that. And then click Save. But let's say that that person is not in the author list yet. Go ahead and then enter their first name. And then their middle initial or their middle name, and then their last name, and then click Save. The next thing that we ask is, what is the material type? Is it an app? Is it an audio file? Perhaps it's an online course or a presentation. Maybe it's a video from YouTube or Vimeo. Maybe it's a website. Or maybe it's a written material like a PDF. In this case, we're going to say that this is a website. But you'll be able to find more information at farmanswers.org. The next thing that you need to do is tell us where that document lives. In this case, we're going to say, since this is a website, and we're going to say that it's http www.finbin.umn.edu. You also can add a document, such as a Word file or a PDF, and you might do this in case you don't have a place where it lives currently. The final piece of information that you need to enter is the publication year. In this case, we're going to say that it was 2015 and that it was done in June. Once we've done all that, click Save. This will send an email to the Farm Answers team here at the Center for Farm Financial Management saying that a user has contributed a library material to the Farm Answers library. We will then go in and review it and then categorize it according to what the document is talking about. The last thing that I want to talk about when adding a document to the library is what happens when there's already a document with that title. So let's just put in FinPack for the title and then click Save. You can see that the Farm Answers library is telling you that there's already a resource with that name. To check and see if that document is the same thing, just simply click on the name, which will then open the library record for that document. If it's not the same, go ahead and click on the blue Continue button, which will allow you to enter all of the detailed information.